Hi, I'm Kevin Lynch. I work for City of Sunderland College. I'm a disability advisor based at the Bede Centre of the college. Prior to that, I taught Cert Ed and teacher training courses. Here at the college we've got in excess of about 20,000 students. We're the fifth biggest college in England and Wales. So therefore we have a variety of students, and that includes people with a disability and also people with mental health difficulties. A person-centred approach using the Rogerian principle of valuing the individual is key. It's key to the student, and it's also key to quality provision, and it also helps with retention and achievement eventually. But with all quality provision, it needs to be thought through, and I think that the basis of that is a set of core values, which is respecting the individual. And part of that is treating people differently. Equality of opportunity means people being treated differently according to their needs, wants and aspirations. So if we've got people with a mental health difficulty, the last thing they want to be confronted with is a hostile environment. The mental health difficulties could be arranged for panic disorder, depression, bipolar disorder, even suicidal tendencies. Generally it tends to be anxiety, depression, and increasingly anorexia and bulimia. We recognise that and try to reduce the sense of stigma that people would have, understandably would have, in declaring such a condition. We have to put this on an enrolment form. Do you have a mental health difficulty? Because it's an opportunity to disclose. And I'd say 10 out of 10 for people who do disclose in that environment. It's very difficult to do so. But we also offer multiple opportunities to disclose through the tutorial system, the personal tutor system, one-to-one interviews. We encourage people to do that through various talks and awareness raising sessions. I have to say our declarations for mental health difficulties have risen by 50% from last year. Yeah, we've got a number of students who've declared mental health difficulties, and it could involve a range of agencies, or it could be something as simple but as important as arranging a mentor to act as a buddy for a particular student, and that could be meeting them from the bus or a designated bus stop, even accompanying them from their homes. We've done that before, and accompanying them around the college into classes until they feel sufficiently resilient and independent to do it themselves. We also act as advocates for students who with a declared mental health difficulty. We've recently have negotiated an extended deadline for a student who's doing a level 3 course to take into account the particular difficulties. We also can attend examination board meetings and assessment board meetings where we can act as an advocate on behalf of students with a range of disabilities but also mental health difficulties. And a colleague of mine has developed a Take 5 initiative where for students who are at risk, shall we say, of being disciplined, are told to take 5 so they can officially, formally leave the class and come back when they feel they've calmed down. That's tangential, loosely based to mental health difficulties, but that is seen as a person-centred advocacy approach where we try to include students rather than excluding them for behaviour that was challenging.
And can you give us an example of a learner that you've worked with and how you've supported them?
Yeah, I'll have to remain anonymous because about this, the students did not want to be known as the mental health student, and it was somebody who was a traditional non-attender at school. His education was home-based, and it has to be said did not have the usual number of GCSEs to study A-level here at Bede, but that was waived. And that student became a student representative on various councils, including the governing body. The support involved liaising with CAMS and the Barnes unit next door to Bede Centre in Sunderland, liaising with that particular student's therapist and counsellor, with informed consent from the student, and that took the basis of counselling, basically, intervening where necessary and always in conjunction with that particular student. We've also got another current student, again no names though. This particular person's very upfront about it and has declared acute depression, suicidal tendencies. We've intervened to have a general deadline extension on all assignments for this particular student. We've also we have it enshrined in academic board meetings that students with mental health difficulties, we can waive deadlines in certain circumstances, and that's a case in point where we've done just that. So we do it from the personal, individual point of view, but also structurally it's there as well. So we inform staff about the existence of that facility. Value the importance of internal networking. A college as large as ours, it's the 5th biggest in the country. We have to work within the various strands within that to promote mental health awareness and reduce a sense of stigma for people declaring. So we run an Equality and Diversity Week every December, and mental health forms a major part of that. We also recognise World Mental Health Day, October 10th every year. We run a whole week of activities across all centres for that. We try to make it fun, with a serious message, but emphasising health, happiness and well-being. And we work with a number of agencies, both external and internal for that, such as Mind, Primary Care Trust, EIPS, Mental Health Matters, and we use a lot of material from Time to Change. So that's seen as a very, very big part of City of Sunderland College life now. It's become embedded. We actually won a NIACE award for good practice for that in 2008. We offer freebies such as free water, free apples and such like. But as a spin-off of that, we have a tutorial system in college which runs alongside the more mainstream academic courses, and that looks at personal development of students, and we run mental health awareness as part of that provision, as well as mental health awareness sessions for as part of CPD for staff. And that's not just academic staff but ancillary staff, and though not compulsory, is very, very well attended.